Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I came across this sister's video where she was talking about everything that happened to black people in the past and how they kind of existing right now. Those things are really they've been abolished in the past, but somehow those things are still happening right now. Like we can still see them, okay, even though people try to cover it up that this is not what it is, but it is what it is. And she was also calling out some palm colored women who kept calm and didn't vote for Kamala Harris, right? Anyway, she said a lot in this video, which we're just going to watch, then we come back and talk more. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment as we watch these videos together, and do well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it, and credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch.
Slavery has been abolished and Jim Crow is no longer in play. The psyche of white supremacy, white privilege, and entitlement still remains. And to this day, white women, regardless of political affiliation, and albeit consciously or subconsciously, still think of black women as being your indentured servants, that we must be in service to you at all times, and your access to us must always be unfettered. And this election and your reaction to black women as a result of it was a prime example. When black women collectively said, "We are tired, we are done," and to just simply leave us alone, instead of listening to black women, respecting us and the boundary we set forth, you took our immediate divestment and disengagement from you as downright disrespect. How dare black women withdraw their labor, support, and protection of us? How dare black women deny us access to them? White women are the creators of exclusion, and yet you hate exclusivity the moment it's directed towards you. The moment black women disengaged from your content, you came to the real-time realization that the majority of your platforms were built off the backs of black women, just like everything else you have. And because the 15th was right around the corner, you turned that panic into pandering, hence the blue bracelets. When black women immediately clocked your performative bullshit and told you collectively to fuck off, the mask, as always, immediately dropped. Whenever white women extend kindness to us, even in the smallest of ways, there's an immediate and silent demand for gratitude. And when not received, you feel immediately slighted. You go from zero to Miss Millie real fucking quick. You went from pandering for our engagement to condescendingly demanding that we acknowledge your individual vote for Kamala Harris rather than your collective vote to uphold white supremacy and protect your white privilege. Now you're so desperate for our engagement that you've resorted to rage baiting, which has also fallen on deaf ears. White women are all about perception, because in your mind, if you look the part, you are the part without having to actually do the work. And because you're all about perception, your greatest fear is exposure, which is why you view black women as your greatest threat, because we know exactly who you are at your core and everything evil that you're capable of, because for centuries, we've witnessed and experienced it firsthand. The majority of you have no interest in being an ally to black women. You just need to be perceived as one, because it allows you to feel morally superior while simultaneously disguising your deeply rooted insecurities and your jealousy of black women. For the first time ever, you are being judged, and rightfully so, based solely on the color of your skin and not the content of your character, which has always been questionable at best. It's all fun and MLK quotes until you're on the receiving end of one.
I don't think that parents will ever come to the conclusion or the realization that nobody really cares about them offering their opinions or their helping hand to black women, because these women have always been themselves, understood that you don't really care. Whatever thing you're trying to extend is not real. Okay, I don't know if any of you remember the blue bracelet and how they came up and say, "Oh, we keep wearing the blue bracelet to show that we all voted for Kamala." Like, who cares? A lot of them made money through it, selling it to one another. Why didn't you guys come collectively and vote for her? And I saw some of you also coming out to make videos and was like, you don't have to wear it to show that you are in solidarity with black women. We have tried our best, still they do not recognize us, so there's no need to try to impress them. They don't like us and all that.
47% are particularly the ones that go above and beyond to tell black people, but black women in particular, that you're a part of the 47%. It's not that you do it because of your love, support, and solidarity of Black women. It's about your image because you need to be on record as being part of the 47%. So you're not perceived to be a part of the 53% because it's MAGA. Because for whatever reason, you seem to think that you're better white women than they are. And newsflash, you fucking aren't. Now, while you may not subscribe to and or believe in their racist beliefs and ideologies, as white women on a daily basis, you still benefit and profit from said racist beliefs and ideologies, none the fucking less. Another thing is that it's not lost, and it's not lost on me, and it's definitely not lost on white women. No generation of white people, especially white women, have ended white supremacy. Now, the only thing to do to end white supremacy in this country is to dismantle it and relinquish your white privilege. Two things that are a bridge too far for you bitches, especially the last, which is why you'll change the name of a school, you'll change the name of a sports team, you'll take down statues, you'll volunteer in the very neighborhoods that you're gentrifying and pushing my people out of just to assuage your fucking white guilt. You will do everything but give up that white privilege. White people are inherently mediocre. You motherfuckers have to work not to be. And that's a topic for another time, but trust and believe I will be circling the fuck back. And it is because of your white mediocrity, which is why you require so much of Black women that you'll never require of yourself because you bitches can't deliver. White women are the only people on the face of this fucking earth that will betray you and then demand that you make them feel better about doing it. You don't have to tell me I'm wrong because I already know I'm fucking right because you do it all the time. And it's because of your white mediocrity that you don't mind being supported by Black women. You want to be supported and defended by Black women, but you don't want to be led by Black women. Because in order for you to be led by Black women, you have to, one, acknowledge your shortcomings, and two, forego being the center of fucking attention. And considering the fact that you bitches are born with main character syndrome, that's a fucking habit you hoes can't fucking kick. But what really bothers me is you white bitches that are all about, where's Kamala? I mean, we need her. She should be working. So you want a Black woman to do a job that you didn't elect her for. Because see, what you want is you want your individual vote counted, but you don't want the collective one to be counted. And it's the collective vote that makes the fucking decision. And as a collective, you once again voted for your whiteness. Because one thing about you white women, you talk the fucking talk. But when it's time to walk the walk, you walk your ass right on over there to whites only. And this election is no different. And you don't want your ashy and crusty ass heels to be held to the fucking fire about that shit. You want to act like it didn't exist, like it didn't fucking happen. And what pisses me off is that when Hillary Clinton lost, you bitches put on a pink pussy hat, you did your little fucking march, you went to Starbucks and you called it a fucking day. You let that white lady lose in peace. You let her go take a fucking break, go out on the lecture circuit, make her motherfucking money, and go mind her fucking business. But the Black woman, you want her to do the job you didn't fucking hire her to do. You should have thought about that shit when you was voting for the trickle-down patriarchy. Because you bitches gonna learn that the patriarchy was designed by white men for the sole benefit of white men. They view you as still being their property, just like you still view Black women as being fucking yours, and we're not. Kamala Harris don't owe you shit. Black women don't owe you shit. But you bitches owe us everything. And when I say everything, I'm talking everything. Because not only have we protected you, but we fucking raised you. And in some cases, your entire fucking lineage. You were sucking on our fucking ancestors' tit because your fucking mothers couldn't be bothered enough to do it themselves. They went from wanting to be on the fucking porch drinking iced tea to just being drunk and popping pills because they fucking hate their lives. Black women raised you. Black women saved you. But that shit is done. You bitches been running an open tab since 1619, and you long bad bitches, it's time to settle the fuck up. Kamala Harris owes you nothing. You should have thought about what you needed when you was in that fucking voting booth. You made your fucking choice as a collective, and it was to uphold white supremacy and keep your fucking white privilege. Fucking own up to it. And just as a reminder, this is my platform. I say what the fuck I mean, and I mean what the fuck I say. Case closed and court fucking adjourned. You should remember that before you step your ass into my fucking comment section. Have the fucking day you deserve. Everything that's going on in this country right now, especially with regard to this current administration, is the direct result of white women's laziness, cowardice, and incompetence. Or as the French would call you, les incompetents. Bonus points if you get that reference. As white women, you have a direct connect to white men, which means that you have been and you still are in the very rooms where conversations are had, plans are hatched, and decisions are made, and yet you do nothing. As far as the trickle-down patriarchy is concerned, your only perk is your white privilege, and you are so desperate to hang on to it that you stay silent. And instead, you choose to ride the coattails of the very white men that's taking away your fucking rights and are actively working to take away your freedom. And yet and still, you manage to possess the fucking caucasity to walk around like you Mary fucking Magdalene. Meanwhile, you just gave white men the keys to the very fucking kingdom that they've been building this whole time in front of your face. White women are not rooted in reality nor realness. You're rooted in perception, which aptly explains why you're so selfish, self-centered, and self-serving. And it is because you are rooted in perception that you don't like confrontation and you don't like being called out. Because upon doing so, the fallacy that you've created for yourself is immediately destroyed. And so your immediate knee-jerk reaction is to pull out the white women tears or the unity card, or sometimes it's a combination of both. You seem to be under this impression that this is a time for Black women and white women to stand together as one and unite. So my question to you is, as it pertains to said unity, which Black women would you like to unite with? Is it the Black women such as myself that you're so quick to call loud, aggressive, and ghetto whenever we assert ourselves with you? Or we say or do something that you don't like or understand, even though it wasn't meant for you in the first fucking place? Is it the Black women that you call welfare queens, knowing full well that the largest recipients of government assistance are white? Is it the Black women that you report to HR because we don't say good morning to you? Or smile on command to appease you? Or tell you what we do on our weekends off because that's our personal fucking business and you're not entitled to that information? Is it the Black women that work in retail and customer service that you not only berate, but falsely report to management and corporate because you don't get the refund, discount, or level of service you demanded, oftentimes resulting in us losing our livelihoods? Is it the Black women, the overqualified Black women in corporate America that you consistently lie on, sabotage, and steal promotions from because you know your mediocrity would not get you the position otherwise? Is it the same Black women that you treat condescendingly the moment you don't get the immediate praise and gratitude you seem to think you're entitled to? Is it the Black women whose style and aesthetic you carbon copy only to repackage and rebrand it as something you invented? Is it the Black women whose content and creativity you steal verbatim and profit millions of dollars off of it? All the while refusing to both credit and compensate the very Black women you stole from. Are those the Black women that you would like to unite and stand as one with you? As far as divisiveness is concerned, you hypocritical assholes are the common denominator, and you always have been. White women are the creators of exclusivity, and by extension, division. For centuries, up until present day, white women continue to orchestrate the plot and then immediately pretend to not understand the plight. You are not the victims you're desperate to be. You're the perpetrators. This case is not closed, but court is adjourned. Have the fucking day you deserve.
But imagine that a lot of white women came out in mass to really vote for Kamala, the case would have been different. Talk about women supporting women. I don't think it has anything to do with white women in any way. I don't think they really care about the whole supporting women thing. A quite number of them will always tilt behind or towards their own people, to support their own people. It should be a thing of joy when a woman came out for president and you all come out in mass to really vote for her and make sure that she gets to win the election. And to think that this lady had lots and lots of promising policies that would have changed your lives for better, especially for your businesses. Some of you already have business. Aside that, for farmers, okay, now you have a lot of farmers on the line, on the internet, talking about how they are being defunded, no government subsidies anymore, no more government grants, no nothing. And you have states who depend solely on federal funding, and now federal funding is no longer coming. Aside that, when you do not do what is expected of you from the federal, you might be caught from being funded. Those are the things that should make a person even think twice before casting their vote. Policies are very great and they impact your life somehow. Somehow. Even when you feel that you will not be impacted, trust me, you will definitely feel the heat. But instead of these people to come together and vote for somebody who really have their common interests at heart, for somebody who knows, understand what the masses are going through, they decided to vote otherwise, casting vote for somebody who said it over and over again. I do not care about your vote. I do not care about you. What I care is about your vote. Just come vote. You didn't listen to that. You didn't hear it. Is it that you just laughed on that campaign trail without even, taking your time to understand all that was said? Or you just wanted to vote the way you did and make other people feel sad or feel hurt, but in turn, you were actually making yourself hurt in the process because you voted against your own interests. And this lady, this sister calling them out one after the other, you guys need to go visit her page on TikTok. Okay, I'm going to drop her handle in the description or in the comment. Just check it out. You need to go and check out her page and all that she's saying. That she's very sound, and she's been calling out MAGA white women who came out in mass to really vote for this administration that is causing a lot of havoc right now, and people crying out that things are going up. All the things that they promised you, have you gotten them? Really, have you really gotten all of that? So much for cheaper eggs and cheaper groceries, so much for cheaper housing. And at the end of the day, you didn't get that. I've seen videos of MAGA people who voted for this coming out to say they are sorry. What are you sorry for? So something that you have already voted for something that you have taken your time, you casted the vote, you made it your point of duty to make videos and tell people to vote for this present administration, and now you're telling them what, that they shouldn't vote, or they shouldn't what, they should manage for the next 4 years. What is your sorry for, and what can your sorry change? That's the things. Those are the things that you need to sit and ask yourself. And what are you doing to change what you've done already? Because in fact, I don't think anything can undo the votes that you've casted, except for the next 4 years, you have to come back and make a change. But for the next 4 years, your vote has counted, and you need to face it. So saying sorry from now till tomorrow may never change anything. Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Let's have that conversation in the comment section. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video. Please go check my comment section to see the handle of this creator. She needs to be followed and listened to. She has a lot to talk about white women and educating them, since they need someone to really tell them what they need to do. Go check her out. Thank you so much, and see you on my next video. Bye, guys.